Hello friends, in last videos we have learned about Python and how to set up Python, about variables, operators. Now today in day 4 we will explore conditional statements, how to make decision in your program using if, elif and else, and we will also see about nested conditions and some logical operators with examples like checking odd or even number, age and so on. Okay, so let's continue. So first of all we will see what is conditional statement in Python. Conditional statements in Python are used to execute certain block of code based on specific conditions. These statements help control the flow of a program, making it behave differently in different situations. Okay, so here conditions are on different types. It will tell the condition like if your age is 18, then you are able to vote or not. Okay, so whenever you visit some sites, so it also asks you that are you 18 or not. If you are not, then they will not allow you to visit the website. Similarly, some ask for your age when you go for job interview. Are you more than 22 age, or are you 20 above? So everywhere there are some conditions in our day-to-day life. So in Python also, whenever we make some programs, we have to write some code parts to see that uh, either the condition is right or either the condition is wrong. If condition is right, then it will execute the program. Otherwise, it will not execute the program. So for this all execution of conditional programs, we are going to learn see this further. Okay, if statement. Our first conditional statement is if statement is the simplest form of conditional statement. It executes a block of code if the given condition is true. If statement is simplest one out of all the conditions. So in this condition, it will check that the given condition, whatever we are giving condition, like here in this, if age is greater than or equal to 18. So if this condition is right, then this will execute this code, print eligible to vote. Otherwise, it will ignore it and do nothing. So this is the if statement here. Now we will see it by example, then only we will understand it, how it works. This is our if statement. Here the condition is given, uh, not condition means we define that our age is already 20. If age is greater than or equal to 18, then you are eligible to vote. So now let's run this program. If we run this, then here you can see you are eligible to vote. Okay, so let's continue. One more thing. If your condition is wrong, then what will happen? Then let's assume your age is 10. Now you put your age is 10, but condition is only greater than 18. So here the condition you is wrong. Now 10 is not is not greater than 18 or equal to 18. So it will program will run, but the output will be nothing because there is no other conditions like this. If you run this, then program is executed properly. But because there is uh, no further coding, so it is not showing other things. Otherwise, you can directly print you are not eligible. Now, if you run this, look, it is printing you are not eligible. Program is executing properly, but because our age is 10 and required age is 18, that's only it is not printing anything. Okay, so let's move on to the next conditional statement, sort and if. In sort and if, this condition is also similar to if condition only, but here the minor change is there. What is the change? In if condition, we write first condition, then in next line we are writing the coding part. Okay, but in this sort and if, we are writing what? In single line we are writing our complete code for condition. Means that's why it is here single line if statement, you can say. Okay, so you don't need to write big too much code. You can write it on a single line. Okay, so you can see it by example here. We given the age is 19. and if our age is greater than 18, then you are eligible to vote. If we run this, then it is showing you are eligible to vote. Okay. If else statement. This condition is used by so many programs, code programs, because you can tell the condition, yeah, if you are 18 above, then you can vote. Means if you are greater than 18, then you can vote. But if you are not greater than 18, then what? Then there will no result further, no process. So for that also we, for exception things, we will write the code that yeah, you if you are not greater than 18, you are not eligible. It will print like this. So here we will see if else statement. If else allow us to specify a block of code that will execute if the condition associated with an if or elif statement evaluate to false. Else block provide a way to handle all other cases that don't meet the specific condition. Okay, so if condition is if condition is not executed, then in that case else condition will be executed. Okay, if condition is already executed, then else there is no need of else condition. We are saying the if else statement here. We have tell in the code that our age is already 10. Okay, our age is what, 10. Now the condition is that if age is less than or equal to 12, then your traveling fees is what, free. You don't need to pay for ticket when you are traveling if you are less than 12. But if you are not less than 12, then you have to pay the fees for ticket. You cannot go on travel on free. So if this statement is true, then this is false. If this is false, then this will be true. So any one condition can be true or false. If you run this program, you can see here travel for free. You can see here it is free traveling. There is no need to pay for traveling. But if your age is, assume it is 18. Now if you are going for travel, then you have to pay for ticket. It is showing in first one. Yeah, when your age was 10, you don't need to pay. You can travel for free. But in second one, if your age is greater than 12, then you have to pay. It is 18 now, so you have to pay for ticket. Okay. So like this, the if else statement are working. Either this one condition, either this one condition. You cannot say that we both are correct. Any one is correct in if else statement. Okay. So let's move to next condition statement, shorthand if else statement. It is similar to if statement. You remember if statement and shorthand if statement. If statement. So similarly here also in if else statement we write the code if statement and code, else statement and code. But in this shorthand if else statement, we don't need to write complete coding part. We can just in single line we can write the complete code of if else. Okay, let here is one example. We will see it by example only. So here given already your marks are 45. Now here result is what, pass if marks is greater than or equal to 40. If your marks are 40 or above 40, then you are pass. Otherwise, else you are fail. So this is a single line code for if else. Okay. So let's move further. We will see it by example and we will understand this. Our marks are 45. The result is pass if marks are more than 40. Otherwise, the result will be fail. Okay. So let's run this program and see the output. The result is pass here. Why you are pass? Because your marks are 45 and the condition is 40 only. So you are pass. If your marks are not 45, if your marks are 20, then if you run this program, it will show fail only. It is not showing fail. Okay. So like this shorthand if else statement is working in single line. Now let's move to next conditional statement, elif statement. Yep. Till now we have seen the statements if statement, if else statement, shorthand in single line statement for if, shorthand for if else. Now we will see elif statement. Okay. So what is elif statement? For what it is used? Elif statement means this. We can say it else if. Elif statement in Python stands for else if. It allows us to check multiple conditions, providing a way to execute different block of code based on which condition is true. Using elif statements makes our code more readable and efficient by eliminating the need for multiple nested if statements. This is the means definition type, but I will tell you in proper manner. Let's assume when you are in school time, they show you your report card that if your marks are uh, less than uh, uh, less than 40, you are fail. If your marks are more than 40 and less than 60, you are C grade. If your marks are 60 to 70, your marks are B grade. If you are 70 to 90, you are A grade, and if you are 90 above, then you are A plus. Like this in school time, they show you so many marking schemes in school time. So similarly, now uh, if you need to write a code for this program, we cannot write with if statement. We can say if you are less than 40 marks, you are fail. We can say if you are more than 90, you are A plus. But how will you write the conditions like C, B, A in this between? So for this only, for making more conditions in between, we bring elif statement condition. Okay, so we will say this by example. It will be easier. So here given conditions is if it is already telling you first your age is 25. Here if you are less than 12 or equal to 12, then you are child, but your age is what 25. So this is wrong. Now your age is less than 19 or equal to 19, then you are teenager, but you are still wrong. Why? Because it is asking if you are less than 19, but your age is 25, which is actually means less than 25. Now you want to see third condition. If elif age is 35, means your age is what 25. Now you see this condition is absolutely working. So your result will be this, print young adult. Okay. Now if this condition is working, then there is no need to for further coding part. This will break the program here. It will still run this, but the condition is already true here. Then the further condition is no more required right now. Okay. So output will be young adult. Now let's see this in VS Code. There you will understand it more properly. Now you can see here, this is our same program that we have seen in example. If your age is 25 and these are all our conditions. Now let's run this and check it. Your age is 25, so the result is young adult. If your age is what 13, let's 13 it is. Then what? Now if you run this, you see it is teenager. It is showing what teenager. Why teenager? Because our this condition is getting fulfilled. So there is no need for further conditions if this condition is working. Okay. So like this, if elif conditions are working, so let's move to next statement conditional statements, that is nested if else. Nested if else means an if else statement inside another if statement. Nested if else statement means if statement inside another if statement, means there is one condition here. Now inside this condition there is another if condition. Okay, so we will see this by example. Your age is what, 70. This is given thing we already defined. We can take user input also. How we will take user input? We will tell age will be input of user. Here we will write. Okay, so we can take input also, but we already define here for our convenience that age is 70. Now here we are telling that if age is more than 60, then only we will run this further program. Now here is member is telling already condition true. If it is false, then this will not work. It is here true, so only if is member is what, true, the condition is true, so print 30% senior discount. Otherwise, if this condition was false, then this was going to executed. But because if this condition is true, then this will executed. Now this if else part I will show you. Now here this if else part is inside this if condition. Now if your age is greater than 60, then this will executed. Otherwise it will this will executed. Okay, so if your age is only greater than 60, if you are not greater than 60, your age 25, 50 or 25, 59 even, then also the condition this will be printed not eligible for senior discount. Okay, now this is our program for nested if else condition. Here age is what, 70. Now these conditions are there. I will shown in you my PPT. Now we will see the output here. The result is what, 30% discount. If we run this program, then it is showing 30% senior discount. Our age is what, 50. Then what will happen? Then it will not be showing. It is showing what? It is running not eligible for senior discount. Why we are not eligible for senior discount? Because our for discount, any kind of discount, we need only our age should be greater than 60. One another condition is also here that even if you are greater than 60, but you are not a member of it, you can say false here. Then what will happen? It is saying 20% senior discount. Why 20% senior discount? Because you are not member of that store. Okay, so if this is true, then this will print. If this is false, then this will print. There is already a condition is existing. Inside that condition, there is another condition. Okay, so let's move to our next condition. You understand this nested if else? Nested if else means one condition is already working. Inside this condition, there is another condition. Okay, so condition inside the condition is nested if else condition. Next is what? Ternary conditional statement. A ternary conditional statement is what? It is a compact way of writing if else condition in a single line. It's sometimes called as a conditional expression. I told you shorthand if, shorthand if else. Okay, so all these shorthand conditions are we can say it as ternary conditions. Ternary conditions are what? In normal conditions, we write a condition, then too much long process for code for the what are the conditions here. Similarly, in other conditions statements also, but in ternary conditional statement, we write only single line program. or means everything in compact mode, compact if else conditions. Okay, so let's see it by example. Here in ternary statement condition, we have given our age is what, 20. Now uh, a variable is there s. In this s variable, we are telling the conditions that you are adult if your age is greater than 18. Otherwise, if you are not greater than 18, you are minor. These are two conditions you are telling, and now you are printing s. Now, what is s? S is the variable in which we have put the value of adult or minor by using a if-else statement. So this is ternary statement condition. So if we run this program, then what will happen? It is here showing adult. Why it is showing adult? Because our age is 20. If our age is 15, let's assume, then if you run this, then it is showing minor. So the next one is match case conditions, match case statement. So match case statement is Python's version of a switch case found in other language. It allows us to match a variable's value against a set of pattern. It is a simple definition. Means in other coding part you have seen switch case statement in C language or Java or other. So there is switch case statements where there are multiple conditions are there. So here it is also like that only, that one condition is defined here and not one condition, that multiple conditions are defined there. Based on this condition the program will execute further. Like here given number is 2. Now our first condition is what? Case 1 is what? Case 1, print 1. If is 1 is equal to number, means number 2, no, then this will not execute. Case 2 or 3 means if the condition is what, 2 or 3, then this will print. Otherwise it will print other numbers. So output should be 2 or 3 because here number is matching with the case 2. The given condition is already present in case 2. Let's understand it by coding part in VS Code. Here given number is 2. The condition is 2. If this 2 is present on the case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, whatever the cases are there, that case will be executed properly. So in case 2/3 it is present. So it should print 2 or 3. Let's execute this line. Invalid syntax. Sorry. You can see here this is output I have seen earlier. Okay. So now this is the coding part. Now if you run this, you can see here what is output of it, 2 or 3. You can see by say it more, like if I change from 2 to 1. Now if you run this, what is in 1? Print 1. Now it is printing what? 1. It is printing 1 here. If you the number is 6, then what? Then it is printing other number. Why other number? Because the 6 is not present in case 1, either case 2. So it will move to third one, in which if there is nothing, means except these 1, 2 other things are there, then it will print other number. Okay, so this was the match case statement for Python. In other languages, we say this switch case statement conditions. Okay, so these all were the conditional statements present in Python language. So our conditions are finished. Now we will just summarize all the portion we have looked today. Okay, if statement means simple one statement and one condition and coding part, whatever you want to print or execute something. Now if else condition means either this condition is working. If this condition is not working, then you go to else condition. This will work. Okay. So these two are simplest one. Then elif. Elif means you have more than two conditions. Like if you are your marks are more than 40, then this. If your marks are uh, elif, if your marks are greater than 40, elif, if your marks are greater than 50, elif, if your marks are greater than 60. Means there are multiple conditions. Whatever, how many conditions you want to make, you can make it by if else condition, conditional statement. Now let's next one is nested condition. Nested condition is nothing but condition inside the another condition. You can say let's you one I will tell you one example that one uncle is going to one storeroom. Now uncle is one regular customer of this store. So the shopkeeper will check, is he more than 60 age, or is he is his age is his age is less than 60 or greater than 60. If he is greater than 60 or less than 60, it is the discount will be based on these two conditions. If he is less than 60, there is no discount for young people. If he is greater than 60, means above 60, for old age people there is discount. So discount is also not directly discount. There is 30% discount or 20% discount. They will say they will check that you are regular customer of the store. If you are regular customer, they will give you 30% discount. If you are one timer, two timer customer, then they will give you only 20% discount. Okay, so like this, the condition inside the another condition is nested if condition. You can say now. Another one is ternary operator. Ternary operator, I already told you that single line code, if single line if else condition, compact if else condition. This is also known as short hand if else, and also we can for both shorthand if and shorthand if else, both are present. But for if else shorthand, we call it ternary operator. Now the last one is match case. Cleaner multiple choice style. Here the condition is in different way. Here already tells the your marks are 40. Now there are cases. Case one, case one, your marks are more than 15. Case two, your marks are more than 30. Your case four, your case three, your marks are more than 40. So it will take this that yeah, your marks are 40. So you whatever the condition program will be there, like printing something or whatever the code you want to execute further, based on this condition only it will execute. Other conditions are cancelled because it is not getting the result marks you have entered earlier. Okay, so here it is match case condition in which it will match the given data through your all the cases. In other programming languages except Python, it is present by the name of switch case. So if someone is from already know about other languages, then they will understand this easily. Okay, so this was all about conditions in Python. Now for today's class, this was over. We'll see further. These are some practice exercises you should do. These are very simple. You have to make programs. Check if a number is positive, negative, or zero. You can take the input like any number by now. You can take input by user, and you can put conditions. If number is greater than zero, then print it is positive. If elif number is less than This is practice exercise for you. You can do it by yourself. These are simple. I will explain in little bit. Now, first one is here what? Positive, negative, and zero. You have to check if first you have to create a variable like number in which you will take input from user that whatever number you are checking. Okay, input and number. Now, by taking input here, you will check if number is greater than 0, then the result is positive. If number is less than 0, this result print negative. It will print negative. Otherwise, the printing will be, if this condition is not true and this is also not true, both are false, then only further process it will print other condition, then that num is equal to 0, then it will be printing that number is 0. So these are, here three things are telling, either positive, either negative, or 0. You can say else directly, else print 0. So this is our first simple program. Now our second program is what? Find grade based on marks using if else, if elif else. Means, as I told, you are getting 40 marks or 50 marks or 60 marks. So make a conditional loop conditions that if your marks are more than 40 or less than 40, you are fail. If your marks are more than 40 but less than 50, you are C grade, D grade, B grade, whatever you want to make. So like this, you have to make conditions and print your A, B, C, whatever grading you want. Okay. So these two are simple. And third one is what? Calculate ticket price based on age and membership. This is the same program as I said. The one uncle gone to storeroom, and storekeeper checks your age. If your age is greater than whatever you want to age limit, I will take 60. So if your age is more than 60, then only you are eligible for member. Then only you are eligible for membership. Otherwise, you are not eligible for membership. Okay. No, no, no. So our third program is what? This is similar to store program, that if you are getting discount on some people's on your store, okay, discount on tickets. So let's assume the discount is only for above 60 age, okay. So if age is more than 60, then you will get discount. Otherwise, you will not get discount. If you are not more than 60, if you are less than 60, means as condition, if you are greater than 60, you will get discount. Otherwise, you will not get discount. This will print. And here also inside this if statement, if you are regular customer, if your membership, you have membership card of this store, then only you will get 30% discount. Otherwise, you will not get 30% discount. If you are not regular member, then you will get only 20% discount. Actually, this program is already we have seen in VS Code. In example, you can check earlier in our code. These two you have to practice it by yourself. You can also practice this. This is also very simple one. Okay. Thank you for today. We will see you on next class.